Welcome to the show, guys and gals. This is Damn Ugly Doggy coming to you with another episode of This Land Is My Land. So, today we are looking at day 483, 69 camps, 2,435 warriors with 51% of my land that I own. And we have a couple of more decisions to make in order to gain control of this map, which I am going to do today. And we are almost done. Once I gain control, I'll start setting up my villages to gather. I've already started formulating an idea for my next series. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to take a little bit of prep work. I need things like 120,000 rope. I'm going to need myself 90,000 peyote root, 90,000 death camas leaf. So I've got a little bit of gathering to do, to say the least, let alone the crafting of the rope. I've been sitting on the feeder campaign that I already have, and today alone I've crafted 20,000 rope. So I'm on my way. It'll take me about a week, I suppose, of diligency. But while I'm playing this campaign, obviously I can't be playing my feeder campaign, so I'm not gathering. So I'd kind of like to get this campaign to the point of gathering as soon as possible, and then I will be able to continue playing through it and doing all the minor details that it takes to really gain control. So far, I've identified two villages that seem to be getting attacked on a regular basis. I believe there's going to be a total of four to five villages that'll be attacked on a regular basis. I do have one dilemma, and that's that I've taken out the town, which is on the other side of the map. And now that I think about it, I'd kind of like to have that town active so these guys will continue to regrow. But there's no way they're ever going to get uh, a group over to that town with the amount of patrols I have going through this map. There's just no way. So that doesn't really seem to be an option. I guess an option would be to settle over the map or over the town, which will cause it to respawn in their area, which, now that I think about it, isn't such a bad idea. The towns, when they respawn, they tend to respawn on the opposite side of the map that you're on. So that would put them right back into the zone that they already control, would allow them to start expanding again. And then I can go in and take the town out once they get to a level of land that I want them at. Because right now they're sitting at 47%, I believe it is. No, 38, even worse. I want them up to around 50% of their land back. So let's pause this. Now that I say all that and I work it through in my head, the right move might be to go ahead and take out this town. Because if I'm on this side of the map when I take it out, they're going to most likely respawn a town up in this corner. And I can always get back to this corner and take it back out when I need to, which will respawn it back down to this side. So, interesting. Alright, well, I wasn't expecting to do that. But that would be a wise move. What I do want to do is empty out some more zones. So yes, this episode is going to be micromanaging 101. The only action I foresee besides defending against attacks that they might send is I want to clear out this area. I don't think I want to do that before I take out the town, because I'm already at 50% and they only have 38, and that's just feeling dangerous to me. I don't need these towns or these villages, so I'm going to go ahead and take them out. And I'm at 69. 69 villages. I can take up to 9, I guess, because I can always resettle some later. I think I'll do that. Alright, so what I'm going to do is push play. I am going to send everybody back to 1. And I'm going to send them on patrol from there. Oh, how many? I do want all the horses, though. They don't have any horses anyway. Alright. I'll do this kind of stuff as quickly as I can. Well, that didn't help out a lot, did it? Taking back the bows for me. I appreciate that, guys. I might as well. Alright. I'll take out the rest of this. You're down to 1, so you're out of here. Now the reason I'm taking out these villages is because they're on the very top of the map, which is just forest, and in order to gather plains or desert items, they would have to travel all the way down this road, gather it here, come back all the way up, and it's just not very efficient, as you might imagine. I'll send you back to 1. And again, I forgot to look for horses. You have 9. Send you to 1. They're not going to take too long to get to 1. Get rid of that. That frees up that area, and since I know they're coming, I'm going to go ahead and send out a patrol. Patrols always get the same amount of weapons. Where are you? 75. And I don't want to give them any good stuff. Can you do 30? I think it is. Yeah. I want to go from 1 to, I don't really care. 51 sounds good to me. Send you out. My boys are already here from the first village. Where is it? Send you out. And hold on 1 second. Okay, that was just a little chore I had to take care of there. Alright, so that zone is cleared out. I'm waiting for my dudes to get back. Same thing with this zone. This zone I'm not going to take out because it has, what, 6 villages in it? I don't want to do all that. Normally I would want to leave these villages here as well, but I don't really need their help to take out this one line of camps, so I'm not worried about that. This one's got 3 in it. So does this one. really don't need either of these zones, so. I mean, besides blocking off this road. Where is one? I need to go. And I just had more guys, I think, join me. Huh? Warriors killed somebody. Where are you? Why is that on 56? Oh, okay. My list is a little wacky. Because it wants me to go to 56, huh? I need another set. Hold on one sec. Alright, I'm back. Oh, what am I doing? Destroy. Okay, good. Where are we at? Okay, you're gonna go from there, you're gonna go down to about there. Okay, looks like they're okay for now. And I'm still chewing on whether or not I want to get rid of these regions, but I really do. And there is no purpose to having these. You only have one horse. But I will take it. Drop that. So I'm doing the final stages of gaining control of this map, which usually involves pulling back, which is what I'm doing right now, and that means giving up zones of control by disbanding the villages that are in those zones. Now see, the problem for me is if I have villages in here and I try to use them to gather, they're going to try to gather, they're going to head up this road, they're going to kill these guys or get killed, and they're going to start creating antagonism. And these boys are going to start wanting to push back. I don't really want to do that. I want to keep my guys separated from their guys. Since these zones aren't very useful, I have 14 horses. In gathering anyways, because they're not towards the center, then I want to get rid of them. And I can always reestablish other villages where I want them. At least to the point where the game will allow me to. And I don't really need 120 villages, you know. 62, I think, is what I have on my other my main feeder campaign, and that's worked out really well. I would like to have around 70 at the end of the day, though. So I will more than likely expand again. What am I doing? They have 2. I need to take all this stuff out. Try not to lose track here. Imagine I disband the village, don't take out the parts. That would not be fun. And I came in off stream and took out quite a few of the guns from this campaign. I'll show you that in a second here. Try to drop the right stuff. Okay, I'll go ahead and pause this. And as you can see in my loot, I no longer have high quality guns in this campaign. I've left most of the ammo I've left, although some of it I've taken back and put into my feeder campaign. But yeah, it's just easier to manage. As you can see, all the high quality guns are gone. I've left all this stuff in here for now. I took a lot of the food actually and put it over in my feeder campaign as well. I should take these groceries, put them somewhere where they won't be eaten. I've left the animal parts in here. How much rope do I have? See, yeah, I need a lot of rope. I need to craft 100,000 rope for my next series. 100,000 more. So that's a little bit of a challenge. You can see where looks like most of my patrols are kind of focused down this one road. That's a little odd. Alright, speaking of which, I've got a lot of patrols to send out. I need to stop farting around. No. Let's try that again. And at this point, I'm just sending them to wherever. I'm not really paying a lot of attention to where I send these patrols. I just want to get them out of the camp. Get them to stop eating my meat. I definitely don't want to lose them. This gives 180 health over 120 seconds. Which, you know, seems like it should be okay for anything they run into. Yeah, at least one more. I'll probably send 2 more just because I know I'm going to be sending more dudes over there. This is on play, right? Yeah. See from 1. This is definitely stuff that you do in what I would call the late game. This is micromanaging at its best here. But there's a lot of thought that has to go into knowing what, when, and how to do things in order to gain control. If you mess up any of these parts, you're pretty much going to ruin the campaign at this point. Because I suspect once you, what I'm trying to avoid is triggering, why am I doing this? Let's try to focus. I didn't even leave 15 in there. Now we'll just give them these. Okay, hold on. You guys all go to 1. Since you have no horses. Okay. Am I even in the right? Yeah, I am. Okay. It's all 29. I knew I forgot something. that zone is emptied out now. And yeah, I do. I want to get rid of this guy. I was thinking here for a second. Okay. Oh, they had 17 horses. Bastards. So many things you gotta check. So yeah, the last thing I want to do is trigger raids to come through since I'm post-treaty. If I trigger that, then I don't think you can stop the raids from coming through. And to me, the raids just kind of ruin a feeder. So now I'm wondering if I want to bother saving these horses. I really don't care, I guess. I'll find more horses. And I know one is already... I guess the smart move would be to go ahead and send out some more patrols. Damn. What? 56. Why did 50... I didn't even notice they got warriors. Actually, I'm just going to send 10. I gotta hurry up here. I should be shoving some meat in here. Do I have anything to give them? Send you from 56. I don't like losing warriors, man. There. And 79. It's good enough for now. Why does 73 only have one warrior in it? Doing nothing. Because 29 of them are doing nothing. Odd. Alright, let's get back to this. 15. From 1. 73. And they're sending warriors to the town, which there's pretty much no way. Of course, now that I keep saying there's no way they would make it, they probably will. I would prefer if they could. I'm not going to try to stop them, but I'm pretty sure they're going to run into some dudes. Set up another patrol. What is this, like 60 guys I've set on patrol in this one episode so far? It's just going to be a whole day of doing this. Fun stuff to watch. Yes, sir. As you can probably see, when you pay attention to what you're doing, it actually goes by pretty quick. It's not the worst process in the world. I'm going to go ahead and set out another one. Looks like I'm starting to run low on stuff though. It's okay, I just crafted like 6,000, 7,000 heavy arrows and well over 1,000 war bows. So I just need to bring those over. 30. send you all the way down there. Boom. Okay, back to this. Get rid of that. Send you boys to 1. All right, how many horses? Any? None. What's that, 7, I think? 7 villages I've disbanded? Right, they're not going to be able to carry that. Boom. Alright, that's them. See how many villages I have left. I have 62. That whole zone is emptied. That one's empty. That's empty. In order to empty this one, I would have to give up 3. That one would be 3. I'd love to relocate him over here, but I don't think it's going to let me. Nope. I would have to go into another empty zone. I definitely like all these. I wouldn't mind reoccupying over here. Are those guys coming at all? Where are they at? I'm not a fan of this window at all. It's always in my face. Is that them? No, that's somebody trading. They might stand a chance if they came down this road. That would be like perfect. But they're not. They're going to come from up here or something stupid. I'm kind of surprised I'm not seeing them yet. Hey there, how you doing tonight? The learning curve. This game is all about learning curves. You never finish learning the curves. That's one of the great things about it. Every time you think you've got it under control, it throws a whole bunch of new things at you that you need to figure out. It rarely ever gets boring. It definitely gets tedious at times, but yeah, that's one of my favorite sayings. This game's all about learning curves. It's really, really deep game. On the surface, it looks like it's just super simple. You figure it out in a couple days, you get bored with it in a couple of weeks. But there are so many different things that you can do, such as trying to create a feeder campaign. But you can go all the way from just doing Rambo mode and killing everybody as hard as you can and last as long as you can. And then when you get frustrated because they're kicking your butt on the pushback, then you just start a new campaign, and you can do that over and over again and have a blast. Or you can do like I'm doing and push through a campaign and try to gain control of it, and then create what's called a feeder campaign and use that feeder campaign to feed your next campaign. It's really intense. Super deep game. I'm loving it myself. I'm a little over 3,000 real hours in. And as you can see, I'm still hooked. There they are. I was waiting for these settlers to try to make their way through my territory, but I don't believe that's going to happen. And I'm kind of waiting to see if my numbers shift here. I could fast travel. That would probably give me the real number that I have. I still have to decide. Okay, do I have my warriors with me? I do. Alright, and 11's overpopulated now for some reason. You've got 32. I'm going to send them on patrol. I could send them to 1, huh? I think I'll just send them to 1. I'm going to send 15 to 1. And I'm not going to arm them. It should be okay. I'm hearing horses in the background. Oh, that's because this. Oh, that's weird. I don't know if you guys picked up on that. It is. The combat system, and you would have to watch back on a couple of my videos ago, but I've been using my warriors, as you can see. I have 16 warriors that come along with me, and I can individually control these guys as groups of 4. They're all armed. They're all on horseback. They're armed with war bows and heavy arrows. You're allowed to control different functions of them. You can have them all follow you, mirror you, dismount, crouch. They loot, or you can disband them and send them back to the nearest camp. But you can control their actions as a group of 4, which I'll do here. Boom, and give them a point to travel to. Or you can individually select them to go to wherever you want. So say I want that one guy to go over there. It's really, really cool. This is one of the newest additions that they added to the game. See, now if I press 3 and I say follow me, they're all going to gather around me. And this way you can send them out in waves of attacks on camps. And they'll do all the killing for you. Which is something I'm really getting into. My dude just looks badass. I really like the war paints too. That dude just looks scary. I'm gonna come for you. So yeah, the fighting is really fun. The animations on the killing are insane too. They're really graphic. Really, really cool to watch. But killing's not going to get you very far in this game, in my opinion. It is fun to do, but if you're looking to have a long campaign, good luck. 200 in there. Put all the meat. Put that. Alright, what was I doing here? So 11 was over occupied. Where did these settlers go? Alright, well they're actually making it pretty far. I want them to make it down to this town. If they make it to the town, then this region should start to grow again. I hope. I hope they don't. I don't remember because it's been a while since I've let a town grow. But I hope they don't try to expand from the town. That's just going to suck. I still don't think they're going to make it. Let's see. They're going to follow. Well, if they turn here, they're done. But I'm pretty sure they would come up this way. Where would you go? You would go, I guess, through here. Snake your way down. Yeah, I don't know. They might skirt past this village. They would come up through here. If they make it past here, then they'll be okay. Really, I'm kind of curious, though. You don't have to stealth a lot, but if you go on kill mode, there's a lot of repercussions to that. It's kind of hard to explain unless you play the game for a little while, but when you first start out, kill mode is going to seem like a logical way to go. It's quick, it's simple, you know, you gain a lot of loot, but it's going to aggravate these guys as you take their land back, the settlers. And at some point, they're going to start sending raids out from every direction to your camps. And since you've been killing everybody, you're not getting many warriors to join you. they're all being sent to jails. And a lot of those jails are deep in the territory, so you're not going to be able to get to them. Hence, you're not going to have very many warriors to arm your villages. So when they start sending patrols through, which are cavalry, their best troops with decent weapons, they're going to just wipe out your villages one by one. So you're going to be sitting there a few days into it, whatever, and you're going to have like 60, 70, 80% of your land. You're going to have them pushed into this little corner here, but all your villages are going to be level 4 to 8, whereas all mine are maxed, which means that I can hold up to 30 warriors in this village. And this village is armed with more than 30 guns, usually, and things that they can eat to heal. So if they do get shot, they eat a couple of these medicine and they heal back up. So it's a lot harder to kill. But if you're in kill mode, you're going to have a bunch of villages, and I'm just kind of stalling as I watch this group, which is now not going to make it. They're coming up on a patrol. Are you serious? That patrol? Wow. That patrol just totally went, oh yeah, hey, there's some guys coming down the road. I think I'll go back to my village. Frickin' peace pipe smokers or something. But they're gonna ride through these villages if they're like level 8 and they're only armed with a few bows, and they're just gonna wipe them out and kill everybody. And next thing you know, you're gonna go from having 300 warriors on your campaign down to 100, 50, 25, and then you're just gonna rage delete the campaign because what's the point of having a campaign with 50 guys in it? Where they're going to send another patrol in like 2 weeks game time. Yeah, those guys are gone. And they're just going to finish wiping you out. But if you go stealth mode, then you don't aggravate the settlers. You don't, every time you get knocked down and every time you kill one of them, you make them stronger. The rest of them skill up and they become stronger. And they pay more attention. They're more aware. Their awareness increases. So if you go stealth mode, then one, you gain skill points per intimidation. And an intimidation is you stun the guy, you go up and you intimidate him, and he runs off and doesn't come back. That gets you skill points. And after you take out most camps, other warriors will join your resistance. They watch from the outside, and if you do well, then they come and they join your fight. I don't know if all that made sense, but that's how it is. uh, why did, what, who, why, where? Ah, from these guys. Well, let's go help them out a little bit. So you can have villages join in fights and help out. Since these guys seem to be having a little bit of a hard time. I mean, they've only lost one guy. But they've also just picked up 2 rifles. They did get ammo for it. They picked up the other ammo for the other guns, but they don't seem to have the other guns. That's kind of weird. Let's see how this plays through. I just lost another dude. But he also just killed somebody else. And I gained 40 social skill points. And they just destroyed him. So nice. Let's see what they got for that trouble. What did you gain? What is that, 21? Oh, this is... weird. I lost track of which group was doing... Oh yeah, the one with 14. No? I thought it was that group. No, I guess not. Wasn't that one. I don't know. Oh, it was this group right here. They got all the ammo, or all the loot. They picked that up off of the group trying to get to the town. Okay, so I'm at 48.2%. Yeah, you know, yeah, I get it. The Assassin's Creed was definitely. I played that for a minute, but I burned out on that pretty quick myself. It's a different kind of stealth in this game, though. And now that you have these guys joining you, it's not necessarily needed to play a stealth. Now I can go kill mode, but because my warriors, when my guys kill somebody, it doesn't take away from my reputation. And this is your reputation. If I go out and I kill guys, this is going to start turning red. But if I have my warriors go and kill those same guys, then this isn't going to be affected and it will stay blue or green, whatever you want to call it. So now I can actually go on kill mode without killing myself, doing the killing myself, and it won't reflect against me on a negative term. So the one thing I do lose from that, I haven't really tested this out either because I haven't paid attention, but I would suspect that I don't probably gain the extra warriors joining me after I take out almost each camp. Oh, that would be a major factor not to do it this way then. Huh. See, and that's the learning curve. Everything you do, you have to really think it through. So if I have them take out this camp, I'm I'm gonna lose the social points because if I take it out myself, I would have stunned every guy and intimidated them, and each one of those stun and intimidations would give me 100, I think it's 140 social points or skill points, which allows you to upgrade your skills. But if I have my warriors do it, then I don't gain those skill points. And more than likely, I'm not going to have the other warriors joining my tribe. I'm going to have to test that out and see if that is how it is. Yeah, you just got me thinking about something I got to figure out now. Thanks. Now, actually, I like that because that's my whole point. I'm trying to figure everything out. And they just keep throwing more content at me. So when I do get a real grip on the game, I just lose it anyways because they add more stuff to it. It's like sometimes it's like starting all over again, which is cool. I mean, it's exactly what I'm looking for in a game. All right, back to what I'm trying to do here. So I am going to need to fast travel down to this town and settle over it. And I think that what that's going to do is have them resettle the town up top where they can expand again. So let's see if this works out. You're going to probably enjoy my, if you're around, you're going to enjoy my next series. I think I'm going to go on insane mode and use just my warriors to take everybody out. I've just started working on that. Looks like I need to get closer. That takes a lot of gathering and crafting of items to get ready because on the beginning of this campaign I crafted 1,000,000 skill points before I left the first village, and I learned a few things from doing it. It was the second time I've done farming on the skill points, and I learned a few things, and I want to apply those lessons and do it again. But this time yeah, I've got plans. I'm working on a really good one. This next series should be fun because it's not going to be about building a feeder campaign. It's just going to be about dominating. All right, so my town's sitting empty. I'm going to get some rope. And I kind of want to wrap this series up just so that I can start the next one. And once I get to a certain point, I mean, you don't really need to sit here and watch me do stuff for like 8 hours, the micromanaging parts of it. I can kind of go ahead and do it all and then come back and do a little episode to show what I did and where it got me. Settle your butt. I'm assuming they have wood. They do have wood. And can I send you on a horse? I can. That'll make that happen quicker. So that town is gone. I would expect in a second or two to see and notice that they settled a new town. Then I'm going to need to figure out where that is. Thank you, my friend. Glad to have you along. I hope you enjoy the shows. I know I'm enjoying making them. Although it's really slowed my gameplay down. Normally I would have had all this done in about a week real-time period, but I can only play this campaign when I'm streaming, and I can only stream so much because I deal with life. Yeah, but it's been cool. I'm just glad to have got it out there. I don't know what anybody might learn from it or take from it, but if nothing else, I hope you guys have enjoyed watching it. It's been interesting to me because I've never tried to stream anything before. So it's a whole new experience, and it's been pretty fun. I've had some good people roll through my shows, talk to me a little bit. That's been cool. I've gotten a lot of good feedback from it. So I've enjoyed it. Rip that town. Oh shit. I didn't realize. I forgot about these guys. This is where it would probably pay to just send 30 warriors out on a patrol. Do I want to do that? I don't know why I like 15 so much, but I do. Yeah, I'm just going to go with 15s. It just looks better. 75. $30 of them bad boys. Go from there. Oh yeah, let's push play. And actually, I need to just let it play through because I'm waiting to see what kind of responses I get from the settlers as well. New town construction started. Interesting. Now I'm only curious where it's at. But I need to get this done. These boys are eating up all my meat right now. I don't want that. We're just going to kind of send them all over the place. I need to set up another one. I'm pretty sure we're almost done sending out patrols. I don't have plans on dismantling too many more villages, if any. But you never know. Now I can always stop these patrols one at a time and send them to whatever new village I decide to create. So that's useful. It's not like they're stuck doing anything. They're still available to me. And I think at this point I probably already have more guys on patrol than I do gathering. Well, I don't have any guys gathering, but available to gather. $32. What's really important is where they decided to send this town. 32, and I need to send out 30 of those. 75 arrows would be useful. And I find the warbow heavy arrow combo works just as good as almost any rifle. And you can build those yourself. So, okay, cool. Perfect. Exactly what I wanted. That is exactly what I was going after. So since I was on this side of the map, they like to go ahead and resettle on the opposite side. So now this town is in the center. It's active again, which means that all of these guys are going to be active again. And they're going to start pushing their way back out. So they'll be able to get into these next zones, which is why I've been pulling back. Which means this zone here is going to be a problem for me. And I definitely need to get rid of these guys at this point. So now they're at 40%, which is good. And they are at 48%. So I'm going to come up here. And here's a little bit of action for you. I'm going to come up here and I'm going to clear out this area here. I could ride up there, but that just take forever. I've been tempted every time I see this. I'm tempted to just pop in there and just shoot the crap out of these guys. Oh, that could go so bad, though. That could go so bad. Especially with the bear right there. But you only live once, right? So, if you fast travel, which is hidden on this outpost, I'll come all the way across the map. It costs you like 4 times the amount of hours, game hours, that it would if I were to ride up this road. If I rode up this road, it would probably take me like 10 game hours. But going this way, it's going to take 60. So it's kind of a give and take. But right now, time isn't a big factor for me. I want to go through time so that they'll expand quicker, and then I can take out that town again. It'll go back down to that far corner, and then I'll take it out and not settle over it. And then I'll have control of the map. So yeah. Sometimes you need some 4D chess moves in order to dominate. Alright, this is interesting here. I definitely want to go and get my boys to mirror me. When I hit mirror me, they're going to all do exactly what I'm doing. Which way is this camp? This camp is going to be this way. And they will follow me. So if I crouch, now they're all crouching. See? Do the dance, boys. Alright, let's try to get out of here before a bear comes. So they're sending a group to attack 60. I need to write that down. And it looks like this camp is right there. Alright, and how I like to do this is I like to set my boys up. They're on open fire. I like to line them up. This one's probably a little too close. Come on. Oh, that's good. Now my boys will all go out to those points. 4 in a group. I don't know if you can see him, but there's a settler standing by the fire. Try to get an advantage point. I'm assuming his partners are all sleeping around the fire. So my boys are all lined up, which means they shouldn't lag behind each other. And now I'm going to send them in for the kill. Go like that. Put you there. they're going to be Roger close, man. Super close to these guys. Right up in their face. Definitely a war party. You should see the other guys. Yeah, they all woke up. There's usually 4 in these kind of camps. And I can also send groups to individually or to attack individuals. Boom. So I'm going to send those 2 groups to go get this guy, who's going to go ahead and make it convenient for me. He gone. Now this whole camp is just taken out. Just that quick and easy. Oh, look at the guns. The loot. I like it. That's some nice loot. I don't have to worry about anything anymore because there's no... Oh, another... Oh, nice. That was a nice little camp. There's at least one more body. Where'd he go? Oh yeah, walked right over him. Okay, so I already got his loot, his loot. That other dude was what? Up here somewhere, right? There he is. And your loot. Alright. Luckily, this is pretty close. How far, how much overweight? 91 pounds, so I'm just gonna have to walk it. But meanwhile, I can have my boys get back on their horses. Oh wait, no, I want to mirror me. So I hit mirror me in order to get them to all stand back up, go on follow. Then I can have them get back on their horses. This is just such a cool aspect of the game. I could call my horse over, but it's not going to help me much with being this much overweight. I'm sure as heck not going to drop my guns. I could line my boys up and hand each one of my boys a few guns to carry for me, but then I'm going to have to take them back from them and then put them where I want them. So that's a pain in the butt. When you're this close to I don't want these guys swarming all over me. When you're this close to an outpost, it just makes sense to go ahead and walk it. So if I have these guys on follow me, they're going to swarm me with the horses. They're going to slow me down. So instead of letting that happen, I just go ahead and send them to different points. And they can wait till I'm done. And keep in mind, this game has just left alpha. This is the first day out of alpha. They're in beta now. There's so much more to come. It's not even funny. Alright, I see my next victim. Now see, normally I would expect... I suppose I could test this by going into the next camp and taking them out myself. I would expect to have warriors have joined me after that fight, but they did not. So I'm suspecting that if I have my warriors do the attacking for me, I am not going to get warriors to join. I think I can go ahead and test that out here. What do I have? Inventory. I need some medicine. I need some medium arrows. I always have medium arrows on me in case I run into bears. And I believe I've only killed 5 or 6 guys in this whole campaign. The rest have been stunned. How's my horse doing? Have I bonded yet? Nope. Can't seem to get that third bond. Alright, I want to put my boys on follow me. And then we're going to head on up The road. Oh, wait. I remember this one. Now, it looks like this road leads straight through, but unfortunately this road runs right the hell into a mountain and does not go through or over the mountain. It just goes into the mountain. So that's a false road. That actually got me a while ago. I remember that. I am not playing that game again. No. Alright, so I want to go. It also helps if you learn how to read the map, the terrain. Otherwise, you can really get kind of hung up trying to figure out how to get through these mountain passes. Okay, so I actually want to come down to this road, just here. And my boys are following me. But because my horse is so much faster, since it has upgrades to the speed, my boys, oh, shoot, my boys find it hard to keep up with me. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Not the easiest terrain to navigate. If I go too fast down these hills, I'm gonna break my horse's leg, which is never fun. That must be a traitor. I hope my boys don't kill him. I like my traitors. Alright, where am I? Gotta go this way. Actually, I want to make sure my boys don't kill that guy. So I'm going to put them on fire back. When you order them to only fire back, where am I going here? Just try to keep track here. My boy's caught up. When you set them on fire back, they won't fire on anybody unless they're fired on first, which helps save a lot of ammo, but also gets them killed. Because if you let the settlers get the first shot off, sometimes your boys don't get a chance to get a second shot going, so. Damn, that hurt. Really pretty map, too. Then there's fishing. There are fish in there, and you can go catch them using your bow and arrow. Alright, that was auto travel to there. I'm going to auto travel to here. No, I'm not. I lied. I'm going to go ahead and travel there myself. Now I'm going to take this camp out myself the old-fashioned way. And in order to do that, this should be good. I'm just going to tell my boys to stay here. There you go. Alright. And am I set on concentration? I am. Watch me get knocked down. I'm going to lose all my skills here. Nah, that's not going to happen. This place should be popping up pretty quick here. Alright, let's see what we got. I see somebody there. Actually, I kind of want to come at them from... Good, this is a small camp. Should be around 4 guys in here. There should be 2 more dudes somewhere around. There you go. Bastard. There you go. Right in the face. And I know there's still another dude somewhere. So since I only knocked them out, now I can intimidate them. I take their gun. I thought there was another dude over that way. And then I intimidate them. Looks like the animation for the chopping is still going. And see, since I did it myself, the warriors released from jail and joined. And now I got 7 warriors that went into 1. So yeah, I would call that pretty much confirmed. What are you doing? Oh, they ran into the group that was going to attack somebody. I just got 7 more warriors. They were trying to attack 60. So I'm going to leave the dudes in 60 in case they break away, which they won't, but you never know. I'm going to send dudes from 54 to help out and defend. Alright, so it looks like if you send your warriors in to do the attacking for you, you're not going to gain warriors as a bonus for a successful wipeout of a camp. That is good to know. This game likes to do that. It gives you something and it takes something away. Kind of like if you use ammo with these warriors, they're just going to burn through that. And ammo is really hard to find nowadays. Another neat trick is I can actually have my horse come to me. Instead of running all the way to my horse, he'll come to me. What I can also do I want to do that? Yeah, I could. I can also have my boys come to me. So they're 134 meters away. And they should be on their way as well. I would like it if they would show you where your warriors are somehow on the map, the overhead view. But they don't. There you go. And now we're all back together. Now I can just get back on my horse and move on over to the next spot. I actually have I gotta remember I have them on fire back. When they're on fire back as well, they won't shoot like the wolves until the wolf goes ahead and bites them. So they're not going to sit there and waste a bunch of ammo shooting a bunch of animals you don't need dead. Where's this place? I want to go ahead and drop off this ammo, this loot. Drop that off. That was a little bit of stuff. And I know I need to cancel these guys' order. Everything else is looking good on the map. And it looks like I only have one more village to take out. Or one more camp. Kind of curious how big it is. And now that I realize... Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's go with Mirror Me. Even though I'm going to not gain warriors, because I'll use my warriors to do the attacking, I'm going to go ahead and let them attack, because it's more fun for you guys to watch. And I'm going to get plenty of warriors anyways, I'm not worried about it. I have other tricks up my sleeves that will gain me more warriors. So I want to line my boys up. Actually, I want to get in a better vantage point here. I can't see much. This is a pretty good spot. Alright, let's get my warriors up here. I've only had a little bit of time to play with this new aspect of the game, so I'm still learning. So bear with me if this doesn't work out so well. But I think I've got it down to a pretty good starting system. So I either like to send them in a straight line of attack, or I'll send them in two groups to the, which is what I'm going to do here. I'll send them in two groups to the flanks of a camp. Trying to decide exactly where I want these guys. I think I want them to try to come up here. I want you kind of, if this guy would get out of my way, I want you kind of like there. And I want these guys to go over to this side. Oh, I can't reach it. Shoot. Well, okay, I guess I'll have these guys come over here. Let's see how that goes. You can see the one dude chilling on the patio, another dude coming out of the house. My guys are getting started. Trying to remember where the bodies are left can be a challenge. I'm trying to hide in bushes. Definitely want you coming over to the outside. And I want you guarding this flank. Trying to get to where you guys can see. I'm not on concentration. Let's slow it down a little bit. Suppose I could help them out. I wonder if I take out any of the guys. I'll gain warriors after their attack. Hey, don't start shooting my way, bitch. So I'm using the skill called concentration, which slows down time. Doesn't seem to help my aim very much. Alright. I need a defensive perimeter. We'll go with 3. Go with 4. We'll go with 1 and like 2. Alright, these guys are done. Whoa, shit! I did not see you. That hurt.
Where's he hiding? Somewhere here.
I don't know if I can intimidate this guy up there. Yeah, I guess I can. Let's see if anybody joins me when this camp is finished being wiped out. They did. So you don't... Okay. So I like that. Looks like all you gotta do is take out or intimidate at least 1 or 2 guys, and you'll continue to get the warriors. Nice. Learning stuff every day. I like it. People talk about learning curves. They never really stop. Send 30. 2 is good. Alright, that takes care of that. This region is now empty. I'm at 52%. That's not healthy. Alright, I'll deal with that in a second. No, it's empty. I'm gonna look for blueprints here. Doesn't seem to be much loot in this camp. Oh, that's nice. That's a real nice find. Those 50s are deadly. I need to figure out what to do with all these guns I've got now. It seemed like there was another room. There was. That's empty. I gotta stop auto-checking the empty ones. Those model ones are sweet. I think there's a couple of spots up here. That should be a loot spot. Always check around the houses. And of course all the guys have loot on them. There's going to be way too much loot for me to carry. Yeah. Do I have the option? Oh, I do. Never mind. Now another neat little trick is you can have your warriors come and loot a place for you. Just to be safe, because I'm worried about bears, I'm going to send them with some bows and arrows. Now these guys are going to work their way up here, and anything I leave in this camp, they'll be able to loot. Now see, since I'm overweight, I'm moving a lot slower. I don't need to do that. I'm going to keep the 50s on me just because. I'm going to keep the ammo on me as well. Again, just because. Doo-doo-doo. That's empty. Nothing on that side. Let's loot this guy. I'm hoping that town is going to start expanding. It'll take them a little while to get there though. And I'm pretty sure this is the last town or last camp that I need to take out. I keep picking up the loot I don't need. The only loot I need to pick up are the ones off of these bodies. But I do need to check the loot spots. Alright. Is this that same one that I was in? Yeah, it is. So I've already checked that. I haven't checked this house. Another Palmer. I like it. I didn't even have to take out a patrol. Usually you have to take out patrols to get those Palmers. It's nice to see that they've added them to the camps. Alright, we done here, I believe. Yes. Alright, we done. Get my boys to mirror me. Send them back to their horses. Oh wait, no, I have to put them on follow. And they should go get their horses. And and go ahead and have my horse come to me. Meanwhile, you can see the group is coming up this way. And it looks like I forgot to... Did they armor that? No, they didn't. They picked that up from this camp. Huh. I must have forgot to loot that camp. Interesting. I know I didn't leave any loot behind in there, so I'm not going to bother doing any of that. Where's my horse? Alright, I want to come back up to that outpost, and then we'll take a look at the map and see where we're at. So as you can see, all my boys went back and got their horses. Of course, now I'm just going to go right back to where they were. Alright, this is up here. I can drop off the ammo. So I've got to try to remember to save a couple of guys, knock down a couple of guys for myself to intimidate. And looking at the map, that, my friends, is exactly what I want to see. So they are all pushed up into this corner. I have a little bit of a buffer, one zone buffer between myself and them, all the way around. The only place that they can send anybody to do anything is from these towns, or these camps. So you see this patrol, they're going to send out patrols from camps. They'll do that for a little while, which doesn't matter to me because patrols only go out so far. And if I sit here and just watch the map for a little while, you'll start to see the rhythm of what happens and where it's happening. And I imagine this patrol probably comes out to about this point, something like that. Not even that far? Oh, I think this patrol only goes to this trading. So if I have this guy out on gathering orders, it looks like it would be completely safe, except for this road. This camp wouldn't send a patrol over the mountain. It would send a patrol down this road. So I would just need to leave like this camp and this camp, possibly this camp as blocker villages, not gathering. I want to say the only thing I don't like is that I'm at 52%. I'd like to be under 50. Oh yeah. Oh, that's why. That's why I'm at 52%. Because I left this one camp, which I don't need. Or do I? I don't need it. Alright. That's going to put me at how many camps? I have 62 villages. I like it. I like it. What I want to do here, I want to get out of this area. I'm not going to take out 3 more villages because if I took these guys out, it wouldn't really matter unless I took out these guys. And if I take out these guys, then I got to take everybody out. So shine that. I don't need to do that right now. These guys are perfectly safe. They're perfectly safe. I like it. I think I'm done messing around. What are these guys? Why are you holding a bunch of good stuff? It can be kind of tricky to figure out who's holding on to a bunch of stuff, like him. He is. So if you hold over on this side menu, you hold over on the different patrols that are out. This guy obviously ran into somebody, grabbed a bunch of items. I can send him back to the village. And since everybody's coming from my main village, my core village, they're just going to take the loot directly to where I want it. Which is one reason I like to send everybody back to my core village before I send them out on patrol. Because when I send them back, because they're full of loot, they're going to come back and put that loot exactly where I want it. Another thing you'll notice is I send out all my patrols on foot, yet all of these patrols have horses. They tend to find horses on their travels. This guy picked up a couple of guns. I want to bring those back. He picked up a little bit of sinew. I don't care about that. And I think sometimes they actually hunt. I guess they don't hunt, but if they run into a wild animal, they're going to kill that animal and they usually grab a part, either sinew or a pelt or two, because I've seen a lot of warriors end up with a bunch of pelts. I'm like, okay. And it finally dawned on me they must be running through like the wolves, which is pretty cool. So I'm expecting a boatload of guys. I wasn't expecting 14 to have some dudes. Send a patrol. No. I want to send you to 1. Am I hearing something? I am. I'm hearing a wolf. I hear a wolf. Alright, I want to send you to 1. I need to get out of this area. 10 to 1. Any chance I could just send you on foot? We're gonna find out. I want to get out of this area. I want to go. Where do I want to go? I kind of want to go check out where that town is, see what it's called, but I'm not going to. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get out of the way. How about that? How about we go... That seems like it's out of the way. Uwati. No, I'm not in Canada. I'm actually in California. Southern California, to be exact. SoCal, raised and born. How you doing tonight? Welcome to the show. Alright. I put my guys back there. Let's send them on patrol. There you go. 15 dudes. And my percentage is still at 52. I thought that would have dropped. That's unfortunate. Pretty sure that should have dropped. That was a whole region that I evacuated. Alright, I need to do first things first. Alright, I need you to go to, let's say, 30. And we're just going to go and send you to 44 as well. You guys are on a long trip. Yep. Alright, they're done. They're at 41, 52, 41. Now, I am going to do something. Bear with me for a second. I'm going to exit out. I want to make sure that's the real number percentage of the land that I have. And then I'm going to go back into the campaign. Sometimes to get the real number, it takes a while. It kind of lags. So if you exit out of the campaign, you'll get a real number of percentage of land that you have. I really want to be under 50%. And I'm not. I'm at 52. So that is my real number. It's not too bad. It's under the 55. I think 55% is the threshold that actually starts getting a pushback. So I'm still under my threshold, but I'm not under the percentage I want to be. We'll see how it rolls out. At this point, I've basically got control. This is what I would call control of a map. I am going to now, am I premature? Alright, so my thought process is now I need to renumber my villages so that they're in the right order. And they're not in the right order because I've taken out. Alright, so if you have villages 1 through 70 and you number them 1 through 70 and you go ahead and you disband number 24, now there is no 24. So when you add a new village later, it throws the numbers off. Every village from 24 onward to 70 is going to be out of sync. It's going to be the wrong number. Instead of 25, it's going to be 24. It's 20, 26, 25, so on and so forth. So you got to really kind of go through and renumber all the different villages. Are all the factions in this game? Or what are all the factions in this game? Different tribes, armies, settlers, outlaws, law. So there's basically your warriors, yourself, and settlers. There are different kinds of settlers. There's wood gatherers, miners, um, cavalry. Some are mounted. They send them out on patrols. There's not really, there's different villages, but there's not really different, like, tribes. They're all your tribe. I think that's about it. You have post wagons come through. Basically, it's just Indians and settlers, and the settlers will have different types of settlers. You have farmers. The cavalry, mounted cavalry, are actually soldier-looking guys, and they hold the best weapons. They'll usually have regular Palmer repeater rifles, which do a lot of damage. Those guys can be deadly. And what this series has done is I've played through a campaign. I've gone through the treaty. I've gone through the raids. There's different phases to the campaign. As you push forward, they try to push you back. So as I started the campaign, I had one village. I pushed out from that one village, which would be this village that is now overpopulated. You can also send out patrols, which I'm going to do right now, and you choose which villages that those patrols go to. Now, when you get a village, they don't have these numbers. You have to add those numbers to the villages yourself. You have to go to each village and change the name and add the number to the front of it. But that helps in the long run because you're not looking for a name of a village, you're looking for a number. So if a village comes under attack, it's going to say 74, whatever the village name is. So you just go down the list and you know exactly where that village is. It's the 74th one. Go figure. Little things like that really make the game a lot easier. But as you expand and take back your land, you're going to piss these guys off, and they're going to start to push back. No, I don't want 75 of those. I want 30 of those. Why am I so... Oh, because I gave them 75 of these. That's not good. 75 bows for 15 warriors. One for every toe and finger. There you go. Let's try that. 1 to 44 looks good to me. Now I'm under population, so I'm good. Nobody else is... Okay, so now I can talk. It is. Xbox controller. And they've been working on streamlining that, making it a little more fluid, a little better. The dev team on this game are incredible. There's actually only 5 guys working on this game. And it's amazing the amount of content that they've put out. The Discord is bumping. The Discord is really, really good. It's a great place to learn about the game. People share their videos, their tutorials. It's a great place to ask questions. Everybody's really friendly. There's also an in-game chat. which allows you to obviously chat with other people on their yeah, if I could talk, other people on their campaigns. Now, it's a single player game, but every campaign is connected through social, and it also has a social chat. So all of these guys talking here are playing their own campaign just like I am by myself. They can't come into my map, I can't go into their map, but we can sit here and chat with each other. There is a social trading system. So if I go up here into social and I go here to the trading window, it's going to open up the market. And you get what's called social tokens, which are these little bad boys right here. And you get depending on what version of the game you get, Founders Edition or whatever, you get a certain amount of tokens every day. You can place items in the social market for sale. So this guy is selling flint at 10 tokens a piece. So if I want to buy one, it says one, it'll cost me 10 tokens. I go ahead and buy that. And now that item is in my inventory. Now I can take that item and send it to my village. So I've taken it he's taken it from his campaign, put it into the market. I've gone, I bought it, and now I can bring it into my campaign. That's what they mean by every campaign is connected through social. So if you look at my offers, these are the items that I've gone on my campaign. I've used my warriors to go and gather these items. So they went out, they got me a bunch of sinew, a bunch of wolf claws, a bunch of pelts and horns. I've taken those, I've uploaded them into the social market, and I've offered them for sale at 20 tokens apiece. Okay. I've also offered to buy, you can offer to buy things. I need 44 caliber ammo, so I've offered to buy ammo. And if you can see down on the bottom there, it says 370. 370 bullets have been sold to me. It's really a pretty cool aspect of the game. I can also select to just see the sale offers. This guy thinks he's going to get 12,000 tokens for that rifle. He's nuts. That's a really high price for a scope. These are high prices for these guns. These are actually a good price because it's only 2 tokens, but if I take this to an in-game trader, which is this little dude down here, there's so much to this game, dude. It would take me hours to explain everything. But there's in-game traders. I can take that gun that I bought for 2 tokens. I can put it into the campaign, take the gun over here, and this trader will give me 10 tokens worth of value for that same gun. They'll offer me high quality rifles, and I can trade low quality guns for that high quality rifle. And that's another way to get rifles, guns, and ammo. It's such a deep game. Yeah, and everything is a learning curve. Everything you try to do, you have to figure out. You think, oh, I'm going to be able to just do this, no problem. And then you try to do it, you get knocked down, and you got to figure out how to do it without getting knocked down. So, yeah, good luck. I'm like over 3,000 real hours into the game. And like I said, I just learned something new a few minutes ago. I learned that if I use my warriors to kill everybody in a camp, I'm not going to gain new warriors from the Outlands. But if I save 1 or 2 people and intimidate them myself, I'll still gain those warriors. If I go in and I stealth and I stun and intimidate everybody in this camp, I'm going to gain 7 warriors for doing that. I'm going to try to put this a different way. So if I do that, then I'm going to gain 7 warriors. If I send my warriors in and they kill everybody, I'm not going to gain those 7 warriors. But if I go in with my warriors and I intimidate 1 or 2 of the guys, and if I stun and intimidate 1 or 2 of the guys, then I'm still going to gain the 7 warriors. That's something I just learned. Ha! I like it. And a lesson I learned that I applied was that if you take a town out that's down here and you settle over it, when they resettle the new town, it's going to be on the opposite side of the map. So I predicted by doing that that they would end up with a town that's active in this region, and it worked out perfectly. There you go. There's a lot to it. Now, my goal of doing that was so that they would have an active town and they can continue to expand. They were at 38%, now they're at 41%. They're gonna at some point come and occupy these zones, or they're gonna just add more camps. I would like to push them up into here to add more camps up there, because if they throw a camp down here, I'm probably gonna take it out. And if I keep taking out these camps, then they're gonna send camps up here, and I'll leave those camps alone. I want them to get back to 50%. I want to get under 50%. So I'm a little over where I want to be, but I don't really want to drop any more villages because I'm only at 62 villages altogether. Now, I was talking about the numbers in the front of the name of the village. So as you can see, this is the name of the village. But if I go and click on the name, then I can change the name to anything I want. But since I don't want to sit there and come up with 62 new names, I just add a number. And now it tells me that that is village number 62. Now you can see that I was talking about how you have to reset the numbers. The last number I had done was 81. So I had 81 villages on this map. And I've taken them all out and pulled back so far that now I'm down to 62. So what I would need to do is go through each one of these camps, or villages, and I'll do that off stream because that's going to be really boring to watch. And I'm going to number these correctly. Which isn't a have to. I mean, it's still going to tell you which village is in trouble. Doesn't matter if the numbers are right, but I don't know. It's just it's a thing. Let's see. Okay, I'm sorry. I haven't read. Makes sense. Do you know if the game? Yes. Yeah, I'm hearing Red Dead's kind of already reached a peak. I've never actually played Red Dead, so I can't really comment on it too much, but I hear that it's kind of reached a peak at this point. Uh, there are rare and unique items. You need gun parts, and to upgrade your rifles. Like, see, this one is a low quality rifle. This is a regular quality. And they also have high quality. I'll show you the rifles here real quick. Right now, all I'm doing is killing time. There's not really anything else I need to do as far as controlling the map. I believe I have full control of the map, and I'm just killing time to see where they send out attacks. So I have plenty of time to explain things. But, dang it. I took out all the... I recently took out all the high quality weapons. But this is a high quality bow. You'll see the different colors. This gray is a low quality, the white is regular quality, and green is high quality. So if I had a high quality rifle, it would be green. In order to take this low quality rifle and make it into a regular, and then take that regular and make it into a high, you have to do what's called crafting. And you get these crafting options by looting the different camps that you take out, and you find blueprints. Once you find a blueprint, then you can craft that particular item. So I've gone through, and when you start off, you don't have any gun blueprints. It also gives you the different options of what you want to craft, so you can kind of narrow it down. You have to unlock each item that you want to craft, and it costs skill points in order to do that. Skill points are up here. There's so much to this game. It's crazy. Why are you trying to be under 20? Under 50% keeps... Okay, when you're pushing them back off of your land, it's done by the percentage. So you can see up here that I'm at 52%. This game gets triggered by percentages of the land that you have. So once you get up to a certain percent, they push back by sending out raids. And raids are cavalry guys, groups of 6 to 8. They're on horseback and they have really good rifles. They'll send out 6 to 8 of those groups at different camps all at once. So if I am up to 80% of my land back, they're going to push back by sending out these raids. And these raids are going to come from all these different corners of the map. start writing up these roads trying to get to my core villages, the ones that hold the most loot. So they're going to definitely try to get to this village. If they come up into this village and take it out, they're going to grab all of this loot, all 158,000 items that I have in this one camp. All these guns, they're going to take them all, and they're going to take them with them. And if they take them to a different camp, then they're going to put them in that camp, and then I have to go retrieve all those items. It's a real pain in the butt. So what I want to do, because this is a feeder campaign, I'm setting this up so that I have control, which basically means that I know where they are, and they can't attack me from any direction but this. They're only going to attack a certain amount of villages. So in order to keep them from sending out raids, which can come from the other direction, and killing my gatherers, my warriors that I have out gathering items, I need to keep my percentage under around 55. I hope that makes some sense. The map is basically what you see from here all the way across, but the actual ratio is huge. This map is huge. Huge. It takes you a while to ride across it. I tried to ride around the whole perimeter one time. Like, I took this main road and I was going to ride around the whole thing, and after about 2 hours, I gave up. It was such a pain in the butt. Here, I'll take you for a little ride, show you some of the map. One of the cool options is you can get on your horse, you can select a waypoint, which is this. When I right-click on the map, see that little waypoint? I don't want to stop right next to the fox. I'm going to stop up here. So I'll set the waypoint, which is way on the other side of the map. Then I can hit cap locks, and now the game itself will find the best path to that point. It has a little road here. There's a road running throughout the whole map. But I'm not actually controlling the horse right now. I'm hands off. I'm not touching anything, the mouse or anything. And it'll actually send you through. It does have a mission. There's a storyline that you can follow. They're called objectives. Now, while my dude is traveling, you can see him on the overhead map. You can see his progress. At the same point, my boys are going to be following me behind. Okay, I'm going to stop his travel real fast. I'll show you that my boys are all coming up behind me. I can bring 4 groups of warriors with 4 warriors per group, so I can have 16 warriors come along with me. My horse is upgraded so it goes faster than theirs, but they catch up with you sooner or later. So all my warriors are with me. Now I'm going to hit cap lock again, and that's automatically going to start sending me back to that path. But you see how much faster my horse is than theirs? When you first start the game, you're going to go that fast. But when you bond with your horse and you upgrade it, you're going to start moving this fast. That's the speed difference between an upgraded horse and a non-upgraded horse. So there is a storyline, and that is these objectives. And as you go through the campaign, it's going to offer you letters. You can read those letters, and that letter will give you an objective. And that objective can be like this one. It says, Hugh seems like a decent man, but he's settling further and further onto our territory at the command of Chief 69. Hugh was last seen at Chapman Woods Camp. I should find him and persuade him to no longer follow Chief 69's command. Tells me to find him and intimidate him. And he's at an unknown location. I can find that location by interrogating other settlers. And what that means is that I would want to go, say this camp is active, I would want to go here, sneak up behind the leader, intimidate him, have him tell me where this dude is, and then I would knock that leader out, intimidate him, and make him leave. When I sneak up behind the guy, I would interrogate him. My bad. Then I would knock him out, intimidate him, and he'll leave the map and not come back after telling me where this guy is. Then I would go to the camp that this guy's at, intimidate him, which is knocking the guy out, then you go and you intimidate him and he leaves the land, then this objective would be complete and I would gain 1,000 skill points. Paint the War, that's a new one. 500 SP. So that one, this objective is talking about war paints, and I can't do war paints while I'm on the horse, so I'll show you that in a bit. But actually what I wanted to do was show you a little bit of the map. My horse just got hurt because I ran too fast. You can give them different, you can give your war party different weapons. They have different skill levels. So when you first get a warrior to join your map, he's a skill level 1. If you put grocery into that village, he'll eat those groceries and somehow gain skills from doing so. Then if you take that warrior out of there and add him to your warrior party, you'll have a much more skilled warrior. So if I take a level 1 warrior and put him in my warrior party, he's not going to do very well and he might die. But if I take a level 7 and I put him into my warrior party, he's going to kick some butt. And the pathing has been getting better, but it's not perfect. And since my horse goes so fast, every time he goes down a hill, he gets hurt. But luckily for me, if I get off my horse, I can actually see how his health is down to 383. I can take this hay, and I can feed it to him, and that'll put him back to 423. So I need some more hay. Now, I was talking about the speed. These are the different levels that you increase. I'm almost to the next one. I think this does, I want to say this does his capacity of weight that he can carry. So there's so much to this game. You're only allowed to carry so much weight. My weight is maxed out at 180 pounds, and I'm carrying 49.10 right now. If I were to carry 190 pounds, I'm going to walk really slow. It's going to slow my speed down to about half, and I'm not going to be able to jump on the horse. So in order to avoid that, I can actually sit there. Alright, it looks like this is the name of the new town, and they're sending out wood. That's exactly what I want to see. Once they get that wood back, then they're going to expand, and that's what I want. So I can put my excess weight onto the horse, and the horse will carry it for me in the saddlebags, which is another really cool aspect to the game. As you can see, my boys are all catching up. Let's go over here, because I want to heal my horse. So I'm going to go back to that outpost. And there's different biospheres. This is the desert. You have thick forest, you have open plains with buffaloes, you have a bunch of different animals. You're going to find wolves as a predator in the desert. You're going to find bears in the plains and the outskirts of the plains and the forest. You're going to find like buffalo in the plains. You'll find foxes, all kinds of crazy stuff in this game. I never played Blade. I heard about Blade. I heard that was actually a really fun game, but I never played it myself. So instead of going through the different camps and looking for an item that I want, I can put it in my search, and I want some hay. And it goes ahead, brings it up for me. So I'm going to grab 15 of those. Now my horse is hurt, so I want to... When you first start, you see their horse? This is the kind of horse you're going to get on. It's just going to look like a painted horse. You can press Z and it's going to allow you to bond with that horse. And once you bond with him, you can customize the way he looks. So now I'm going to feed him some hay and finish healing him. Then I'm going to put that hay into the saddlebags. And as you can see, he's now carrying 39 pounds of weight. And that took that off of my weight. And now I'll just be carrying that around. So the next time he gets hurt, I can just pull this out, feed it to him, and it doesn't affect the amount of weight that I can carry. but you can customize the way your horse looks once you bond with them. As far as these warriors, they're going to follow me around real close unless I tell them to go ahead and go to a specific point. The warriors joining you on a campaign is a pretty new ad, so I'm still getting used to it. There are towns. There's different size encampments. Let's see if I can show you the difference here. These are neutral camps that got wiped out before I can get to them. So when you start off a campaign, this was my very first village, was way up here. They start off over in this section, so they were far away because I'm playing on the normal mode. But I start off here, and as I expand out, there's neutral camps. Like this would be a neutral camp. So I went from here, I rode over there, and I asked them to join me, and they did. So now I'm in control of this village. The settlers killed this village before I got to it. So I couldn't ask them to join me because they already wiped them out. There are little camps like this. This is one of their camps. And it's a tiny one. This is either going to have 4 guys or up to 16, depending on the type of camp it actually is when you get there. You have wood camps, which is odd to have a wood camp in the middle of a plains desert scenario, but it is what it is. They also have forts. Let's see if I can find you a fort. I've taken most of the forts out. Ah, here you go. This is a fort, and it actually has walls. It pretty much looks like that. It has gates. They close the gates at night, and it's pretty big. They have guard towers usually on every corner. And that'll usually have 10 to 15 guys at the most. This is a large camp. They're probably going to have 10 to 15 guys. I think that's about it. You have this is new. This is like a new kind of, it's almost the size of a town. So it's a pretty large encampment. It's got quite a few guys, 10, 15, maybe 20 guys at the most, but they're usually well armed. There's only a couple of those. This is actually a farm. This is where you get grocery, and you need those grocery. You can use the grocery to poison food. So basically the way that's supposed to work is I would right over here, this farm would be active. They would actually be making grocery. And what they're going to do is, if there were a camp up here, this farm would send the groceries to that camp. That camp would eat those groceries and get stronger. Now I can ride into this camp, or into this farm, sneak my way in, grab those groceries, bring them out, come back to this checkpoint. I can poison the groceries, then I sneak back in, I put the groceries back now that they're poisoned, sneak back out, don't kill anybody, don't intimidate anybody, and leave the area. I come back to this area, I start doing whatever I want to do, and at some point, this farm is going to send those groceries out to this camp. That camp's going to eat them, and because it's poisoned, it's going to kill that camp. That's a whole nother way to play. I've never actually done it because it just takes way too long, and I just want to go through and take them out. But that's something you can do, and it's kind of fun. But if I go into this farm and I take those groceries and I put them into this village is going to upgrade. You can see their level. This is level 5. You got a level 6. And it says the average warrior skill in this village is a level 5. The average level in this village is a level 1. Which I didn't know I still had ones. That's funny. So what I would want to do is grab some grocery. I want to grab 30. And since this idiot is a level 1, I'm going to put these groceries in there. Now in this village's inventory, whoa, you guys have been busy. I don't leave handguns in my villages, so these guys have been way busy. 34. I need to do some village management here. Wow. Yeah, they've been way busy. These are the rifles I like to leave for a village to defend itself. These are the different items that you can collect. These are gun parts. You need these in order to upgrade your rifles. And you see how that said, let's see, inventory. These are all low-grade rifles, right? And guns. And if I sit over this one, it'll tell you what the ingredients are used for this item. And if there's more than 6 items that use the same, it won't tell you. But if there's only a couple of items, then it'll tell you what that gun part is used for. Where was I? I wanted to clean this out a little bit. Yeah, I'm sure you guys are probably a little confused. If you play the game for a minute, though, it'll kind of all make sense to you. And supplies. As you can see, there's a lot of different items. This medicine, if you read it, says it'll give me 42 health over 6 seconds, some stamina. It'll increase my max health for 30 seconds. And the grocery explains it. Yep. Now I can eat this myself and it'll give me 30 health over 1 second, but if I do that, I'm gonna, for whatever reason, when I eat the grocery, it makes them stronger. So I'm not sure why that is, but it is. You can also drink food or drink water and eat food. Everything gives you can make potions. I made these potions and that gives me 180 health. You can make spike traps. As you can read the description, it says it'll stun them. Sound baits, I put this out and it makes a noise. That'll attract their attention and they'll go to that noise. So if I were to set a sound trap out on the perimeter and then move 30 feet away, they're going to go to that spot and I'm going to be 30 feet behind them and shoot them. So it's another little tactic. There's all kinds of little tactics you can use. Some of the weapons are pretty awesome. This is probably the best rifle in the game, the most popular. And it'll tell you what kind of ammo that you need. You need 75 cal. It's got a really long range. It's got a lot of damage. Whereas this one has a little less range and a little less damage. And then you got the Palmer repeaters. And your bows. So you got different things that you can craft. And I'll just go to all. But as you go through the campaign, you're going to run into these camps and you're going to find blueprints. And that's what all of these are. These are all different blueprints that I found. And it'll tell you which items you need in order to upgrade. So I'm going to find a low quality shotgun. I'm going to upgrade it to a medium or a regular quality, which is this white one. And those are the gun parts I need. And I need 2 low quality rifles to make 1 regular quality. Then when I want to make a high quality, I'm going to need 2 regular qualities in order to make 1 high quality. And those are the gun parts I'm going to need in order to do that. Each level takes different parts, as you can see. By far the funnest gun for me in the game is the 1882 high quality Palmer. This is the most desirable rifle to give to your warriors. A lot of damage, really fast shooting, decent range. This is a beautiful shotgun too. This thing just blows people's faces off. The animations when you use this, you walk up on somebody and you shoot them in the head. It's so cool. Yeah, there's a lot to like about this game. You don't have to micromanage like I am. Oh, it looks like we got... Oh, these wood gatherers aren't going to make it. Dude, what are you doing? Ah, there's no way. These are patrols of mine. So he's about to run into a patrol. And I'll show you what happens when that happens. Maybe nothing? That's weird. I don't know how they missed each other. Alright, never mind. I actually want this guy to make it through. I don't know why that patrol did not just take him out. Huh. If you do find something kind of quirky in a game, you can send a report to the devs who are very responsive. I just had 5 more guys join one of my things. Let's see. Oop. Come on, so I can learn how to tie it. So I send this report and the save file, and the devs will be able to look at this moment in my game and see what happened. How come it's not going? Oh, I already sent it. Okay. And fix whatever the cause of that was. So it's a really good way to help your development team work on the game. And that's F11 if you do get into the game. And at this point, basically, I need to go into, yeah, I need to disarm. So what I would do is go through every one of these villages and disarm them. The reason I want to disarm them is because when I give them orders, if I order them, these are orders. You can tell them to gather any of these items, which I'm about to do. But if I tell them to go and gather, say, this fireweed shoot, they're going to take a rifle with them. And if they happen to run into a patrol and get killed, or they happen to run into a bear and get killed, they're going to lose the rifle that they took. So when I set people up to gather, I never send them with rifles. I never have the rifles in their villages. When you want to set up a camp to start gathering, in order to gather pelts and animal parts, they need bows and arrows. Now, you don't want to try to arm 70, 60, 70, 80 camps or villages yourself. That just would take you forever. So what you want to do is set their orders up in the right order. And what I'm going to do is set them up to start making bows and arrows. So obviously you need wood. You need bows. And I like to set them up with hunter bows. You can decide how many you want that camp to gather or craft. And they're going to craft up 200 bows. Oops, cancel. Oh, I already have it set. Never mind, I don't have to do this. So when you set up a set of orders that you like, you can go to order set and you can name that and save it. So now you can go to this village and replace items, and it's going to go ahead and set your order of gathering. And what I did is I chose wood, hunter bows, arrows, and sinew. You need wood and sinew to craft hunter bows. So in order to craft hunter bows and collect the sinew, you have to have a few bows in your camp already. If you look at my inventory, every one of my camps has 30 bows. They're not going to use rifles to gather sinew. They're only going to use bows. So every one of my camps right now are sitting on 30 bows, 70 arrows. Some have a little bit more, I think. Yeah, 150 arrows. So each one of these camps will be able to start collecting the sinew that I need in order for them to make their own hunter bows. If I come back in 15 minutes, they will have made 2 or 3 hunter bows. They will have collected 3 or 4 sinew, and they will have collected some wood. And basically what I would do, and see how my numbers are off, so it's going to make it kind of hard to keep track. None of these camps have any orders. So now I'm going to give them all orders, and they're going to start sending out. You'll see a little message up here that'll tell you that my boys are going out to start gathering items. Not what I want. So 9, and you just go through each village. You can see down here 45 just entered combat. I'm thinking that's the gatherers, right? Yeah, of course it is. They ran right into the village. Will they make it past? I have noticed this, and that's something that's new. See, but there's no way they would make it back. Weird. They have been going by villages. It used to be that if they spotted a village, they ran into it. See, I don't understand that. That's new. They shouldn't be able to run right through this village. So that's something I'm going to have to bring up on Discord and ask the devs. I'll take a picture of that. I'm going to ask the devs on Discord why these guys are able to run through a fully armed village. They shouldn't be able to do that. But, you know, it's still a beta version. I used to say it was still an alpha, but now it's still a beta. So there are going to be little things like that that you're going to find. But you're also going to find that the dev team is very responsive, and in a week or so, that won't be an issue anymore. And it could even be the next day. I've had many issues I've brought up, and they were taken care of the very next day. It's a great team. The Discord is really where you want to go to kind of learn about the game and get involved in the community. The in-game chat is also a great place to chat and ask questions. So 15. And this is the first part of actually setting this campaign up to gather. And the reason I would do this is because once I have full control over the map and I can have my boys start gathering these different items, as soon as they have enough hunter bows and arrows in stock, I can send them out to gather any item in the game. They can craft war bows, they can craft medium arrows, hunter arrows, heavy arrows. They can gather all these different animal parts which are needed in order to upgrade camps or villages, buffalo pelts, all of this. They can get meat. Meat is used in case your village is overpopulated. They're going to eat this meat and they're going to stay in the village, but if they don't have the meat, they're going to leave. And that means that they're going to leave your campaign. You can see the sun setting in the background. I love that. But the reason you want a feeder campaign is to gather all of these different items. These items here are used for different potions, which will give you stamina or give you health. Stones are used for stone arrows. Yeah, really helpful. Which is how when I started this campaign, which is now like, I don't know how many days it is. It's under 500 in-game days. But when I started this campaign, I went into the very first village, right? So it starts you off with one village. It's like a level 4 village, which means it can only hold 4 warriors. But because I have another campaign, which is my feeder campaign, I was able to bring items from that campaign into this campaign. So when I started this campaign, I brought in enough items to craft 1 million skill points before I ever left this first village. So think about that. I came into this campaign, I added items through the mail system, which is right here. I don't have any letters. But if I wanted to send any of these items, these are all the items that I'm holding on me right now. I can add, and I'll just go ahead and do it. All right, so I'm adding this to a letter. And now it says that I have 4 items attached. I'm sending it to myself and I'm going to name it, right? So now these 4 items, well, there's 20, but there's 4 different items are in this letter, right? Now I'm going to send it, and that's going to put it in the mail system. I can open any campaign and take those items out and put them into that new campaign. I can also send any item to any player in the map, in the game. So now it says that I've received new mail, right? And if I look at this, those 4 items are in this letter. And if I want to retrieve them, it'll take them to my first village. And you can see it says accepting items. And the letter's gone. So now those items went into my main campaign, or my main village. So what I did is I started this campaign. I did that with enough items to craft, where are they? Big spike traps, which give you 50 skill points per crafting. And you can see the items that it takes. It takes 4 wood, or 4 rope, some buffalo horn, peyote root, and death camo leaves. Right. So I craft one of those, and I get 50 skill points. I've crafted so many of those that I had 1,000,000 skill points before I ever left this first village. And that's how I played through the campaign. I used those skill points to upgrade my skills. These are the different skills that you can upgrade. As you can see, I didn't upgrade these, so I could still upgrade those if I wanted to. But these are things that I don't use, so I really have no reason. This would take another hour to explain why I don't use these different particular skills, right? You would think hunting one would be something you would want to use, but not in my world. So, and guns, right? You would want pistol and rifle accuracy. Well, I don't use guns. I only use bows. So I didn't need to upgrade those. But I will tell you, when it comes to skill points, 1,000,000 skill points will not upgrade, as you can see, every skill. It, from my calculations, it takes almost 2,000,000 to upgrade every skill. Some of these skills are pretty cool though. Increases the weight. Yeah, that's a whole nother 3-hour episode. Alright, so where was I? Alright, now I'm looking for... Now you can see they've already gathered 3 sinew. And they're getting some wood. And these guys already had sinew in their village. 17, 18. So I was on 18 and I want to replace that. 19. And basically that's what I'm going to end up doing. Now I took you pretty much to the point where I think people might be interested in. So I'm not going to make you go through and watch me do all this. Basically what I'm going to do is go through every camp and set up their orders, gathering orders. And as you can see, these wood gatherers were going to this spot and they're gathering wood. My problem is if I send out a bunch of gatherers at this point, then they're probably going to run into these guys. I would really like these guys to be able to make it back to their town. Because this town won't expand until these guys start bringing back wood. It's all really connected, and I really like that. I mean, it's a great little aspect to the game. Some of the realism is kind of frustrating, but at the same point, it's really pretty cool. Kind of like the speed of the horses not keeping up with you because yours is upgraded more than theirs. To me, that's just realistic and adds to the game. Let's see what chat's talking about. You can also see here that people have bought some of the items that I have available on social. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, see, this guy's talking about how fast the horses are. Updates, step in the right direction. Yeah, there's still some bugs. I wouldn't say many. There's a few bugs. Yeah, the chat's kind of interesting sometimes. This guy's been around for a while. He's been playing a lot. I like him. Yeah, they took all the extra horses. They had a glitch where some of your villages were holding thousands of horses. What's the point of having 3,000 horses in one? And see, people ask questions all the time. And this is a great community. There's always somebody around to answer. And as many times as people have asked the same question, that same question still gets answered on the daily without any attitude, which is pretty rare in a game anymore. Alright, I don't know what else I could really tell you off the top of my head. There's not a whole lot of point of making you guys sit here and watch me set up the gathering orders. But what I'm going to do off stream is I'm going to set up the gathering orders. I'm going to let the game play through for a few hours. I'll probably actually do that tomorrow because it's getting kind of late here tonight. But I'll end up letting the game play through a few hours. I already know that these guys are going to attack 44. They've come to attack this village. They've come to attack 77. This village. And you'll notice that these villages are all on the outskirts. See, they're expanding their borders. Did that automatically go to their percentage? Their percentage will increase at some point here. It should go to like 42 something. And they've also attacked, I want to say 60, but I don't think, was it 60? Yeah, I guess it was. So they've attacked this village as well. And I can actually tell that they did attack this village and lost because I don't leave handguns in my villages. So when I see a handgun in the village, I know that it's been attacked. And chances are there are going to be gun parts in one of these. What did I say? 77. See how these guys have guns that I would not have put in this village. And he should have gun parts. Each time they get attacked, my boys grab their gun parts and their guns. So this is also a great way to farm needed items. These playing cards and cloth and such used to be needed for the war paints. And that's a whole nother aspect of the game. You have war paints, so I can choose different war paints that'll give me different perks, as you can see. And then you also get perks if you do the full war paint, head, body, and hair. What's the one I was using? It's one of these. I think it's Sitting Fox. Yeah, Sitting Fox. So if you do all three of these, hair, head, and body on the same one, you get an extra perk. And basically the perk I'm using right now gives me an extra 73 health, 5% bow accuracy, some camo in the plains and desert, and 13 stamina. You can also change his appearance. You can add stuff, take stuff away. There's a bracelet. You can add a necklace, earrings, or you can take it all off. I kind of like my dude looking like this. You take off the gunpowder. You can even take off the holsters. Have them butt naked. You can't go naked. This isn't Rust, so I appreciate that. But you can get them down to the bare minimum. Look at those veins. That dude just looks like he's ready to go. So, and they actually have war paints when you do start gathering that will increase your warrior's gathering percentage. Let's see, melee. Each one of these does something different. Where is it? So this one will give me a full set, will give me 200% warrior gathering. So instead of gathering one pelt, they'll gather two. And in order to get these, you go to the store. And it used to cost other items, but now for some reason it only costs skill points and trading tokens, which I hope they put the other items back because there's really no other use for those items. So at least there was something to use them on. But if I wanted to buy this particular war paint and get these perks, I would need to give them 2100 skill points and 6800 trading tokens. So that's another aspect of the game. Crafting, you can also set objectives. What else? Yeah. You can do trading between people on their own campaigns. So let's say I sent this guy a message, which I can private message, I can check out his profile, I can tell him to shut up. You know, I can reply into him in chat. But let's say I send him a message. I'm like, hey man, do you have any high quality guns? I'll trade you pelts. And I've done this plenty of times. He'd be like, oh yeah, I got a few. All right, what do you want? And he'll tell me what he wants. We make a deal. Let's say I want to send him 200 pelts for a couple of high quality rifles. He'll mail me the rifles. I'll mail him the pelts, and we've just done a trade. Nobody else even knows about. Not that it matters that nobody knows about, but it's a lot easier and quicker than going through. Because in order to add items to the social market, you put the item that you're holding into the social inventory, and you're only allowed so much weight, which that's interesting. My weight went up. Usually that's at 150. I think they just added that too. Ah, see, I'm learning something new. You never stop learning in this game. All of a sudden I have 156 weight. That's always been 150. So now I have 6 more pounds I can upload into the social. That's awesome. Alright, that's something new. You also have skill points, social skill points. I can take these out. So I have 300,000 saved up. These collect over time, depending on what you do in the game. If I take out a village or take out a camp, I'm going to gain a few more. If I just sit here doing nothing, I'm not going to gain anything. If I sit there and craft some items, I'm going to gain a few skill points here. I can take these skill points, put them into my campaign, which would boost this number, and then I can use those points to increase my skills. Make sense? Yeah, there really is a lot. I should sit here and do a tutorial, which is kind of what I've done right now, a basic tutorial of the game. But I mean, I don't think if you're not playing the game, I don't think you're going to understand a lot of what I just said. Probably went right over your head, which is fine and understandable. But once you get into the game and start playing, then it would make sense. You know, and if you play the game for a little while, and you know, my suggestion is when you buy the game and you first get into it, first of all, you should buy the Founders Edition. It's worth it. The bow alone, the Ancestors bow, which you only get with the Founders Edition, is worth the cost alone. You get one every 2 hours, real time. So see how it says that it's available. I open my social, and it has this Ancestor bow. And you can see the different arrows that it uses, and see how much noise it makes, what its range is, the different damages that your different types of arrows will do. And you can also grab it and take it to your village. And that's how you gain an Ancestor bow. Now it says in 119 minutes I'll get another one. If I go to my core village and look at my inventory, now granted this is only in this campaign. I already have 46 of these. Now these never break. So I only need one. But I have 46, and I've always wondered why would they continue to give me more bows? And what I'm thinking and what I want to test out is I'm going to arm. All right, so when you arm a village, right, and you send them out to gather, which I never have my core village doing, but you see how they've already gathered 4 sinew, they've made 66 arrows, and they still haven't made any bows. Bastards. You guys are lazy. Yeah, they need to make some bows. But for some reason they haven't made bows yet. But of course I just started the gathering. But they'll make bows. When you send them out to gather animal parts, which is sinew is, they break these bows. So let's say I'm sending them out to gather pelts. They're going to gather like 4 pelts and they're going to break that bow. And they're going to need another one, which is why you need to have your village creating bows instead of trying to add bows yourself because they don't last very long. The better the bow, the longer it lasts. But the better the bow, the more items it takes to make. So a great balance is this hunter bow with regular arrows. I can add up to 5 or 6 animal parts before I reach a tipping point where I break more bows than my village creates. So what I would do is after I set up all the villages to on this list, I would give them a few hours of gathering and crafting so that they have at least say 100 bows and 200 arrows and hopefully 200 sinew with 200 wood. Then I would send them out to gather 3 or 4 different animal parts. Now, it's not the same when you send them to collect things that aren't animal parts. When it's just like wood, they don't break bows when they go and collect wood because they're just going out there to pick it up. But they do bring a weapon with them in case they run into trouble, which is why I don't like to have the rifles in the inventory because they will take those rifles and like I said, if they hit a bear, they're going to die, they're going to lose that rifle. There you go. I think that's really about all I can say at this point. So again, what I'm going to do from here on, oh yeah, I'm kind of curious if these guys will be able to make it back. If they can make it back, then this town will expand again. I'm surprised their number didn't pop up. I don't know. Maybe the town's building up. Oh wait, no. Now there's 2 red zones. What's that about? I don't know. I would have to go up there and take a look to understand what's happening. That's that patrol. I'm probably not going to see much if I go up to this outpost. As you can see, I actually have an outpost in here. I could go in there and just wipe them out. Yeah, there's not much I can see. So what I'm going to do off stream, and it looks like my boys just killed another one of their gatherers and another one. I don't think these guys are going to make it back. Are you? There can't be more than 1 or 2 left. That's interesting that my boys are only picking them off and they're not wiping them out. I'm not sure if that's intended or not. But yeah, it made it past. And they look like they're in the free and clear, so they're going to be able to make it back to the town. Interesting. This is very interesting. Huh. Well, if you guys have any questions, you could feel free to ask. Looks like I've got quite a few guys jumped in. I appreciate everybody coming by and taking a look. If you're new to the game and you're curious to see how you would set up a long game, then I invite you to go ahead and watch the series from the beginning. You can actually find the rest of the episodes from the beginning to now on YouTube. Um, this is getting close to the last episode. I might do one or two more, but the rest of this kind of stuff, I'm pretty much just going to do while I'm not streaming, because it's all a bunch of mundane chores. I need to take out all the guns. Once I have, say, 100 bows, then I'm going to go ahead and take all the guns out of every one of these camps, except for what I call blocker villages. And blocker villages are the ones that are on these main arteries that I can use to block anything that comes from their territory. So these guys are going to send out patrols, which will venture out to, this area, and then maybe this area, maybe this area. And I can take those patrols out and they won't come back. But they're also, every once in a while, they're going to send out groups to attack different villages. So they'll send out a group to attack 44. And that group will come down this little road and run straight into 44. I don't want 44 gathering, because if their gatherers are here, it's only going to be one dude carrying a little bow. And if a group of attackers come and hit that dude, they're going to kill that dude. So that's a good way to lose warriors. And one of my goals is to gain 4,000 warriors on this campaign. I'm at just under 2,500 right now, so I'm not too far off my goal, but I still got a little ways to go. That was one. That's something what time is it? Oh shoot, it's way late. Yeah, I gotta end this stream. I have a couple other tricks too that I guess I'll do on the next stream. But there's some tricks you can do to gain more warriors, and I'll just show you that on the next one. But I hope you guys have enjoyed. I have. I'm pretty much going to end it there. Let's see. These guys are definitely going to make it back to their town. That town is going to expand a little bit, so that's goodness. Before I take off, I want to check social. I want to see what's available. See if there's anything I want to buy. See, I mean, it's hard not to buy rifles for 1 token. I like people that do that stuff. Heck, I'll even buy a gel key for 200. This guy's trying to buy some 38 calibers. He's looking to buy a rifle. He's way overselling a rifle. My items, I've made 700. These are all items that I'm selling, and it'll tell you how many you've sold versus how much money you have. So I've made 1,200 tokens from selling sinew, 200 from selling those. I've made 9,000 selling those pelts. And if I cancel this order, then these tokens will go into my inventory. I've made 5,000. This is in the last few hours. I made 3,000 selling those. I'll show you how many tokens I have in social. These are my offers. And it's been a while since I've taken my rifles off. Let's see how many rifles I have. Where is mine? This is mine. So the way to save tokens, as you can see, I have 5,900. Well, that has weight. And 5,900 doesn't weigh much, just over a half a pound. But when you have 6 million tokens, it weighs quite a bit. So you only allowed so much weight to upload into the social at one time, which is 150 pounds. So there's no way I could add anything to social if I were carrying the weight of 6 million tokens. So in order to store tokens in social, you want to place an offer for a rifle that's a high quality. This rifle will usually go for between 3,000 and 5,000 tokens, and I'm only offering one. So people have done it, but they're kind of crazy to sell me this rifle as a high quality for 1 token. If you want to do it, feel free. If you have 6 million of them, you're going to take all my tokens. For the most part, it's pretty safe. It's a safe way to save your tokens. So yeah. And I've made this 6 million, plus I've already spent 2 to 3 million on social. So I've actually made more than this, at least 8 million. But I've made this 8 million all selling these items for 20 tokens apiece. And it's just added up. It takes me about a month, a little less than a month for the most part, to gain 1 million social tokens. So that kind of gives you an idea how long I've been playing this game. Way too long. So these items that I bought, I can now bring into my campaign. I can choose which village I send it to. I send everything to my core village, which is my main village. And now those items are going to be in that village. And I can show you that by opening the village inventory. And I didn't have any jail keys, but now I do. So there you go. Good times, good hunts, as I like to say. And with that, I am going to wrap it up. Thank you guys for stopping by. I hope to see you in the next one. Be safe, be happy. Peace out.